A very good evening to each and every one of you. Good folks, let's fight. Leslie Hamilton and Beatrice Selby. The birthday girl is here. Leslie Hamilton. Happy birthday, Beatrice. Happy birthday to you. Folks, we're celebrating Beatrice's birthday today. Welcome in the ring, folks. Beatrice is one of our favorite fans, favorite listeners, favorite followers. For those of you who are now joining us, perhaps joining us for the very first time, so you understand what's happening here. Leslie Hamilton and Coretta, Vashi Magnot, Angeli, and all the other folks joining us, folks. Pace and power. Let us know if you're hearing our audio. We want you guys to hear us loud and clear. We want you folks to hear us crisp. So do let us know if you're in tune, you are locked in, wherever you're joining us from tonight, folks. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. Shelly DeRidder, Enid Miggins. Shelly, how you doing? I didn't see your name pop up there for a little while. I trust you are happy. Shelly, I trust you are happy. We trust you're happy, Shelly. Good to see you. Sharon Alfonso Evans is here as well. Good to see you, Sharon. Donna Daly is here too, folks. Don't come wrong with funny. Dolly is here. Marcia Fordyce, Julian Mars, and all the other folks who are joining us tonight. Brenda Braffett, Giddings, Avery, Shamor. You see that Avery there? Do you see that Avery there? Like a thief, my middle name, man. Oh, shucks. Shireen Baines and Dion Ayana Bibi Sandy Ford. Guys, let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Very good evening to each and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from, we see Laverne Wade joining us from Region 5. Welcome, Laverne. Ring the bell one time to Laverne and all the other folks joining us. Roseanne and Joylyn, Dion, I see Hazel Ramkin, Edward Brooms is here as well, guys. We are happy. We are delighted. We got a lot to share with you folks. We're fired up and ready to go. No time to lose, folks. No time to waste. Is what this thing doing now? No time to lose, folks. No time to waste. Pace and power. We trust that you guys are great. We trust that you guys are well. Wherever you're joining us from, folks, we got the fight card set. It's only some of y'all missing. It's only some of you good folks missing. But for the rest of you, we're just happy that you guys are here with us. We are just happy in a big way that you good folks are here with us. Pace and power. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, good folks, we are happy. We are delighted to have each and every one of you here with us, guys. We are delighted. Respect and manners. Sean said good night. Let's get into the fight card, folks. We got a ways to go. We're touching on Biden and Erdogan, the president-elect of Turkey. We're touching on some of what's happening in Bermuda. We're touching some of what's happening in St. Lucia. And then we double back home. We double back, folks. Pace and power. Don't come wrong with funny. That's the fight card. USA, Turkey, St. Lucia, Bermuda. Bermuda, folks. We can touch on some stuff happening on the Essequibo, and then we can touch on some other stuff. We can touch on some other stuff, but we're happy that you good folks are here with us. We are delighted. Folks, we are delighted that y'all are here with we. Y'all outside with us. Delighted. We trust that you guys are well. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, we trust that you're all good. Folks, that's what I'm saying. We trust that you're all strong. We trust that you're all strong. Don't come wrong with funny, please. Thank you. Don't come wrong with funny, folks. We are happy that you guys are great. We're happy that you guys are well. Wherever you're joining us from, folks, a pace and power, a pace and power, pace. Share the damn live, smash that emoji button, folks. And y'all know how we start. Y'all know how we start, folks. This is how we do it. This is how we do it, folks. The opener. Volmy Wilson, Quadamingo, Sasha Trim, Paul Bourne, Seymour George, Rennie McKenzie Talbot, Johnny Singh. Come on down. Johnny, good to see you. Right. Y'all know we little extras from these parts. Y'all know we little extras. Malapande. Mala said the Jagabats at work. Councillor in waiting there in constituency 1 in Georgetown. You almost go out and vote for Marla. Those of you joining us from constituency 1, Marla said the Jagabats outside. She said outside. Eve Stannon, Evelina, good to see you. Donna Liverpool, Volme and Anasta, Sandra Jones. Sandra Hanover is here as well. All the Sandras outside tonight. Good folks are telling you all these Sandras outside. Who vex? All these Sandras outside. Great to see each and every one of you, good folks, wherever you all are joining us from. We are simply delighted that you folks are here with us. But I'd have you know how we started our insert, that little program within a program we call Back Channels with Professor. Well, folks, we're pleased tonight to offer you another, a little snippet, a little something in something, only because you're all special. Only because you're all special. So we have recrafted what we call the whip. What's happening in the National Assembly? That's what we're going to let you know this evening in this little portion of information we call the whip. We're featuring it this evening, and we sat down and we spoke with a veteran, Shane Lockett. Shane Lockett, don't come around with funny. Shane Lockett, veteran member of parliament. She was tasked with delivering the remarks on behalf of the leader of the opposition and the parliamentary opposition on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the Parliament of Guyana. Just a few short nights ago, we told you about that. We even shared some of that with you. Well, we sat down and talked, we spoke to her, on our little segment called The Whip, which is focused on things that are happening in the National Assembly, folks. We sat down and talked to her. We know the National Assembly there, but where should it be? And one of the things this young lady told us, she said the committees in the National Assembly could be very effective if they were meeting with any kind of efficiency, if they were doing their work to a certain degree and a certain level. Folks, we're pleased tonight, as the opener, the whip, reformatted. And this young lady, we sat down and we spoke with Marcy Agard. You shared it live yet? Welcome, Marcy. Lester, I see you. Good to have you, Rhonda Garraway, Marvin Garraway, Marcia Garraway, Vesta Hardy, Rajkumar, Deborah Williams, Candidine Indrajit, Chin Singh Henry, Orvin Don, Desmond Solomon, Glenford Gordon. We sat down with this young lady. If you guys have been watching our program, if you guys have been ardent viewers and listeners of our program, you will know what we're talking about. She delivered the opening remarks a couple of nights ago at the Parliament of Guyana. We had a little reception there, and she was reflecting how far we've come 70 years. Folks, the opener tonight. The opener tonight, folks. The opener. Take a look. Take a look. That's what I say. Good, folks. All right? Take a look and take a listen. The opener, the whip.
Thank you, Sherrod. Good evening to the viewers out there. Thank you for having me. Yes, Sherrod, we did celebrate our 70th anniversary of the Parliament of Guyana recently. And in my brief remarks, I highlighted that we seem to be stuck in time. We have so much to do to ensure that we can move forward and make the Parliament what it ought to be, allow the Parliament to give to the Guyanese people the type of leadership that it ought to give. In our National Assembly, we are still stuck with one, the president being the head of the Parliament. Although he doesn't sit in the National Assembly, he's the head. And every political party, when they're out of office, will say, oh, the president should not be the head of the Parliament. The Parliament should be independent. Which is true. In this modern day democracy, the Parliament should be independent. And several years ago, I did attempt to take a bill to the National Assembly as an opposition member to have the parliament made independent. That is independent of the president, independent of the cabinet, as we see taking place today. Notwithstanding that motion was voted down, I must say, ferociously by the PPP, who was in government at that time. And here we are, several years later, and we're still there. What is good for us, however, is that we were able to have a review done of our parliament by an advisor to the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, Mr. Davies. And that Davies report gives us several recommendations. And he didn't just come up with that. He spent several months here with us before providing us with that report. So he had very good interaction with the parliamentarians at that time, ex-parliamentarians, the public at large, etc. Before he came up with his recommendation, he saw firsthand how we operated. And one of the good things that came out of that is that we did take a look again at our committees system and did make some changes to our committee system, which is, I would say, is the element, is the crux presently in the parliament that will allow the parliament to function if the parliamentarians are allowed to use those committees. And I say that because of this. You have two types of committees. You have standing committees like the Public Accounts Committee, and we all see what is happening in there. We also have the Constitutional Reform Committee, and we're told that this committee will start its work later in the year. That is not what this committee is there for, to turn on and turn off like a light bulb. This committee is there, and it is there to continuously review our constitution and our laws, etc., and make recommendations to the National Assembly so that we can be able to have a more modern piece of constitutional framework to work with as a country that is developing. Secondly, there are the select committees and there are the special select committees. These are powerful committees. There is the Natural Resource Committee, there's the Social Sector Committee, there's the Foreign Relation Committee, and there's one other committee that I cannot recall at this time. But these committees provides the members of the committee with the opportunity to call ministers before them so that they can report or so that they can be enlightened into any particular aspect of the ministerial work, policies, etc. And to ensure that those policies and programs that are being rolled out by the ministers in the various sectors, that they entail within them good governance. And so, we can talk all we want, but we do have the tools, the mechanisms in the parliament through these committees to use them to enable us to hold the government accountable. And not only to hold them accountable, but also to highlight where their policies or their programs may not be beneficial to all of the people of this country, where it may be harmful to a particular group or a particular sector. And so here is also where civil society can play a role, because these sectoral committees can invite civil society groups and organizations to come and to make proposals based on the government's policies, based on our laws, based on things that are happening within our country that from their viewpoint, they believe that we should make some changes. And the sad thing is that these committees are not meeting. And many times when they meet, we don't get out of the committee the purpose that the committee is there for. For my own personal view, I believe too many times it's top. We don't get down into the nitty gritty. We don't do the hard work. We don't get other persons, other voices on board to hear their views so that we can be able to make recommendations based on a collective view and not just the parliamentarians from one side of the divide or the other making these recommendations, but also getting civil society and other organizations involved and hearing from them. If these committees are allowed to work and function in the way that they ought to, then we will see so much more happening in terms of the policies and programs being put out there by whichever government holds the seat, because they will be held accountable.
Yep. Welcome back, folks. That is our segment called The Whip. So we got the whip in the ring now. That's our segment called The Whip. And it will focus on the work the members of parliament are doing in the National Assembly. That is what that segment will be focused on. And there we had veteran parliamentarian, veteran member of parliament, the beautiful Valda Ann Lawrence, former Minister of Health, taking us through the paces there and why the committees should be meeting and how they can, advance the work of the National Assembly. That is what she was telling us there. Folks, we're fired up. We're ready to go. We got a couple of things we want to share with you. Coming in from around the world. Look what we're following tonight. Congrats! Erdogan, Turkey's president-elect. Well, Biden calling Wishy all the best. Biden calling Wishy all the best. I wish things had gone the other way, folks. But it is. It is what it is. I wish things had gone the other way. But it is what it is. And we ain't gonna fret. It is what it is. Congrats to him. A win is a win. Shucks. Some other folks still talking about election petition and so on. Right? Them boys say win is a win, and Biden has called Erdogan Tayyip Erdogan to wish him all the best, to congratulate him. That's how things move on that side, folks. That is how things move on that side. Moving on to fight care, asylum seekers. A lot of folks in Afghanistan, when the Americans were there, helped them. A lot of folks. And when things came crashing down and the Taliban came back in, a lot of people had to leave with the Americans. A lot of women inclusive. A lot of them are still waiting, for asylum in America. America, come on. Pick up the pace. The people help you all out. I'm not fighting to help them now. I'm watching them sideways. The people help them out. Chen Sing is true, they help them out. Phil Nichols, Paul DeAndre, they help them out. And they got the women waiting. Faye Furt, Junior Holder, they help them out. Arlene Daniels, I'm telling you, I know the whole story. I know the whole thing. They help them out. Now they're dragging their foot. Queen's Love, Leslie Hamilton, fix it. Make it right, Joe. Make it right. That's what we said. Make it right. So that's one of the issues we're following, folks. That's one of the issues we're following. I think we got some back channels, do we? Think we got some back channels or other segment with former ambassador to Kuwait, the one and only Dr. Professor Shamir Ali. Yeah, you got the back channels on China tonight, telling us how China has evolved and how China economy is doing and how that can impact the rest of us. And China knows something that you guys better catch up on quick. The future is digital, artificial, intelligent, and so on. You better get up to speed. I know some of you say, I ain't too familiar with this smartphone thing. We ain't too familiar. You better bring yourself up to speed real quick. Bring yourself up to speed real quick. Professor Shabir Ali, you got the back channels for us tonight.
Good evening. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu to listeners in Guyana and globally. Our continuing prayers and du'as for all the departed boys and girls in Madhya and all those who are being treated and for their speedy recovery. The nation continues to mourn this great tragedy, and hopefully there will be some relief. Also, I hope everybody had in Guyana a wonderful 57th independence anniversary celebration, and the 58th year would be more glorious with the abundance of oil revenues. Today, I will share with you my back channel on China as at last night. China is a global player, and there are pluses and minuses to any nation, including the US. But I'll just share with you for general knowledge so we can be prepared what tomorrow will hold. China has demographic challenges with affluent persons and poor persons. They call it downward and upward. The economy is not growing as fast as it once had. There's a slowdown, and COVID has a part in that. Critical to me is the money. 10 years ago, the government was financing all the developments, similarly like Guyana, a parallel. Now, that financing could not continue at that rate, and so today, the banks are doing the lending and the private sector. And you know, banks and private sector, even in a socialist-oriented country like China, they're looking for the return on investment. So if they don't see opportunities to make money, they're passing. However, the economy in China is expected to grow by 1.5%, and that will be faster than the USA. Some are predicting in 10 years' time, China will be at the current rate the larger. However, with all that prosperity, 300 million Chinese are still considered poor, very poor, and they are in the agriculture areas and in farming. We all know China has two models: economic centralization, where the party is paramount, and they've loosened up for the private businesses and bank and the major corporations from the Western world. But very, very important lesson in China, the local mayors, repeat, the local mayors, the entrepreneurs, the best companies with best practices are getting the nod and the edge. Whereas what happens in Guyana, with all due respect, the mayors are not being funded, the budget monies are passed, and they never get it. Georgetown is an example. Party politics, same thing. So look at what's happening in China. Best practices they have found with all their years in development. They focus now. The mayor is now the grand pooper. That's my New York, Wall Street language. I mean, they are the big cheese, the one who's making decision. I was shocked. I asked that 3 times and said, yes, it's a change. This is a new China. Come again. You wouldn't believe. That's what I was told by my high back channel on China. That was my biggest surprise. The power of local mayors coupled with the entrepreneurs. Those are the people with money who will do the investment in the area. Recently, few weeks, there's a big ban on microchips. The company Micron Chips, the US claim it can be used for military purposes and artificial intelligence. True. Many products and technology can be dual, multiple, 10, 20, 30 uses. It depends on the skill of the people using what they have. That's not new. That has happened throughout the years. One part can use for a number of years. So that's a short-term damage for the China. But what has happened? Don't forget, the Chinese sent their citizens to study in the Western world universities, and they all, 99% of them, go home. 1% stay back. So they have the energy and they are retooling. Retooling means they're reconfiguring to find a solution for what they don't have with this microchip. And what they're doing, these are lessons, when you listen. China is now using the lesson that Japan took when they had a demand loop and they didn't have the product. They retooled. So China now using the Japan model for them to be ahead with the microchip chip. The US bank have accelerated the China production, but my advice is don't count China out, because the massive is an understatement word, of production and innovation on chips production and digital technologies. The future is digital. Ladies and gentlemen, that's enough for today. China is making, with all the brains they have in technology, in human beings, in people, in party, and everything else, they're now using best practices from Japan. They're looking at other countries. So why can't Guyana look for best practices in oil and gas from Norway, from Saudi Arabia? Two different. And we have relationship with both. Those are the lessons I hope that Guyana will take. And you can talk to your various ministers and let them know best practices. If China can do it, others can do it, and Guyana can do it. Best practices for the oil and gas in our 58th year, with an embassy in both Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and I've already done some groundwork when I visited Saudi Arabia and met His Majesty King Salman. Guyana is ready. The foundation has been laid for Guyana to make, and they will give us. I even asked, Minister Cummings was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, asked me to get a computerized board to monitor the oil production like what Saudi had. I'm not accredited to Saudi Arabia. Foreign Affairs never gave me, but back channels, I asked MBS, and he says, my brother, anything you want, but let's get the accreditation. Let's do the diplomatic work, because in that part of the world, if you don't have the authority, if you don't have the connection, if you don't have the accreditation, things can't flow. So the relationship, the foundation is there. The ball is in Guyana's court. Onward and upward for a better day for all. One people, one nation, one destiny. Good night.
Welcome back, folks. Professor Shamir Ali with the back channels. Folks, if you all left this program dance, this is something you cannot be helped. If you left the program dance, Ibon Lamy, Paulette, Hazel Vera, McIntosh, Lester Williams, if people left the program dance, they cannot be helped. By the time we're done with you, you're versed in international relations, you're versed in parliamentary affairs, you're versed in current affairs, locally and abroad. Pay some power. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button, good folks. And partner with us as well. This is some what's happening around the region. Folks, as we narrow in and we come back to base. Rising hunger. Some of y'all say this Guyana, boy. We coming to y'all. Haiti, they're telling us, the UN, United Nations, they're telling us, Haiti is among 18 hotspot countries named for rising hunger. Yeah. Think we're among the 18 too. Right now, if I bust this shut, share collarbone, you can drink soup inside. Share collarbone. Share collarbone. Right now, trying with the little COVID fat. That's why living operate. Things tight, folks. Things tight. Rising hunger. We watching that in Haiti. Watching that in Haiti, folks. We wish it were different. That's the world we live in. We got so many billions to spend on war. You know, all the billions I see them pouring into Ukraine. Well deserved. To fend off Putin. Well deserved. If we could turn that money to some things useful. Elizabeth Howard, Valeria Klein, Marcy Agard, Chin Sing Henry. If we could send that to something useful. Conflict of interest. Why everything got a little tinge again, sir? This is Bermuda. The opposition wants to know why the Attorney General appointed her husband as a consultant. Why she appointed her husband as a consultant with them? Those are legitimate concerns. Like Charles Ramsey, you ask you 2 questions about your wife. He coming after you. A lot of drama. Right? You must avoid conflict of interest in public office. Avoid conflict. The people want to know, members of parliament, why you appoint your husband? Friends, family, and favorites. You get the drift? Keith, Giselle? Friends, family, and favorite. Folks, I see it happening in Trinidad the other day. This is some what we're picking up, folks, in Bermuda. Good, folks. Just some of what we're picking up in Bermuda. You think it's easy now? And then we got St. Lucia, finally. Things we're touching in the region. In Lucia, leader of the opposition, the parliamentary opposition, they got to work for democracy. You know, they kicked the speaker, they kicked the leader of the opposition, Chastene, out of the assembly the other day. Right. Somebody wrote and told me, you know, we pronounce the thing in the English how we see it there, Chastenet. They say Shiralish, Chastene. I said, well, I stand corrected. Yeah. They kicked him out, the leader of the opposition there. Brought him, he came back in, took them to court. And then they put on this walk for democracy because they're finding St. Lucia, the government slipping. Pierre, watch yourself there. Philip Pierre, watch yourself there. PM. And just like the PPP, they put out the propaganda and the walk is off. Nothing new under the sun. We are accustomed to them boys right here. It's either St. Lucia borrowing from their book or they borrowing from St. Lucia book. We are accustomed to them boys. So that's what's going on there, folks. In Lucia. You're not saying things about that. Nothing saintly about that, good folks. Oh. Say we there now. You always will be there in the 592, good folks. In the 592, Rhonda Spencer Tom. Good to see. There's a lot of things we're following on this end. There's a lot of things. Purgatory. Happy birthday, Beatrice. Is right there. Folks, it's Beatrice's birthday. It's Beatrice's birthday. Beatrice's birthday. Happy birthday, Beatrice. Folks, is one of our avid listeners, viewers, supporters of our programs. Beatrice Selby. Happy birthday, Beatrice. This is how we do it wrong this side. This is how we do it wrong this side. Just wanted to say happy birthday to one of our favorites. One of our favorites. You got a front row seat tonight, Beatrice. Have a great day. Have a great day. Happy birthday, Beatrice. Yeah. That's how we do it to Vex. Happy birthday. Lynette from up north, UK side. Thanks for the thing. Happy birthday, Beatrice. Lynette, thanks for the thing. Now, some of y'all who might be new to our program, this is what thing now? What are you talking about? Don't let it concern you. Don't let it family story. Lynette, thanks for the thing. Thanks for the thing, Lynette. Thanks for the thing. People send us things that help us to keep going as a program. Lynette, thanks for the thing. Who vex? Who vex? Lynette, thanks for the thing. Thanks for the thing, Lynette. I get it. You bring it. You bring it. Oh, folks. I love Berbice, how people stay on the veranda and just call out to neighbors. Is Marcus, you going, girl? Thanks for the thing. Thanks for the thing. Thanks for the thing. Chisel Chipper, thanks for the thing too. Chisel Chipper has made a contribution to our program live. On YouTube in the comment section, once we live, there's a dollar sign. There's a dollar sign. You can contribute to our program. You know, you press the dollar sign and take it to Never Never Land. And you're going to know what to do. Father have his mercies, we come home. But look, story now, lady poison her husband. She poisoned me. Listen to this. I want y'all know. Right? Don't come wrong, Leela Bacchus funny. I want y'all know. Ghana is the greatest country on earth. Hold on. Leela, hold on. Somebody says, I have a tantalizing laugh. Carmilla. Tantalizing laugh. Hold on, Leela, hold on. Let that like a little praises there. Well, folks, a little different. Ghana is the greatest country on earth. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I wouldn't trade it for Barbados. I wouldn't trade it for Trinidad. I wouldn't trade it for the USA. All right, hold on. Say no hear me. Say no hear me. Right? Hold on with the last one. Hold on. Right? It's the greatest country on earth, folks. Right? Clive Davis, thanks for the thing. Clive following Chisel Chipper made a contribution to a program on YouTube. Clive, thanks for the thing. Clive Davis. Let's show y'all how Lila different. I always frighten Lila. Somebody name Lila. Lila. Something about the name. Right? Lila and her husband, Mr. Bacchus, seeing each other. They've been together for 12 years. That's a long time. Right? Even taking a year now. You know? A year is like the new 10 years. If you stick together for a year, it's like you do 10 now. Patricia Craig, Stacey, like a different serious story. Serious story. So Lila and her husband, they've been together for 12 years. Recently, the husband found out she was cheating on him. Yeah, recently the husband found out that. Right? Lila start nagging. Lila start nagging. Lila stop cheating, you know. Right? Lila stop the nagging. Lila stop the nagging. Right? Every day Lila see nagging. Daddy come over with an energy drink in the bag. Lila take the drink and some of the pesticides she buy for the yard. Put in the drink. And then when he started vomiting, Lila called his sister and say drink poison. Yeah. Lila said he found out she was cheating on him. And every day nagging. Lila put a stop into that. Lila stopped the cheating, you know. She stopped the nagging. We're different in Guyana. We say here, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Right? Don't do the crime. Yeah. Like, let's stop the nagging. Yep. One of which windows Lila jumped through in she time. She got a window, jump and look. DJ Hope Tongue, thanks for the thing. Folks, they're lighting up. YouTube tonight, contributing to our program. They're lighting it up. Keep it going. Month end, bills gotta pay. Lila stop the nagging. Yeah, she gonna take it. Every day, nagging. Can't do the time. Don't do the crime. We're different, you know. We're different in this country. We're different. And I mean a good way. Folks, we're different. Trying to find my place in my notes, y'all. Distracting me. We're just different. Who vex? I want to push past things I should be talking about. Right? Different Candy. Candy the leader in the JIT. Be different. Those scraps. And tell you how we different. Dirty police stabbing. Dirty police stabbing. Daniel McClennan, the Scully Dirty. Breaking somebody's house. Crime spiraling in this country. You know, Leela and Daniel them acting with impunity. Breaking somebody's house and let's went on the run. Police went after Daniel. And in the process of arresting Daniel stabbed the police. They call it Dirty. I wonder why. They said at the time of arrest he was found with a quantity of women's clothing, perfume and sunglasses. Daniel already bill of pass yet. Quantity of women's clothing, perfume. Perfume. As we say here colloquially, perfume, and sunglasses. Stop the police. Folks, again, I want to caution y'all, you can't do the time. Don't do the crime. Don't do the crime. The little one, the light one. Dirty stop the police. That's what we're saying, folks. Can't do the time. Don't do the crime. That's what we're following. And here we there now. It can get worse now. Progressively, the trench crappos, the jagabats, tadpoles and the cricketers, the carrion crows, the scarecrows, the zombie birds, the Hittites, the Philistines, and the Pharisees. All of them. Jagabats and trench crappos. Major headings. Let's turn our attention to them for a little bit, folks. Lester Williams, Giselle Chipper, Diane Graves. Diane, how you doing, man? Good to see you, Diane. Folks, Denise Caesar has made a contribution via YouTube, via the tube. Thanks, Denise. We see you. We see you, Denise. We see you. Queen's Love, Kurt Heineken. Queen's Love, Kurt Heineken. Folks, let me tell you, that interview we did with Comrade Waldo Lawrence, former minister, member of parliament, we're going to have the extensive interview available on YouTube. So you got to be in touch with our YouTube channel to see the rest of that interview we had with Waldo and Lawrence. The Jagabats now. Let's turn our attention to the Jagabats, the trench crappos. Well, look, some of these stories loading. We need about 3 hours to really cover everything that's going on in this country in a day. In synopsis. You don't spare some power when you come here. Bap, 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 bap. Some of them use class locally about 10, 15 minutes. We got a whole hour, and if you allow it, 3 hours. Everything from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, from the Pacorimus peaks of Pars to the quarantine lush lands, or is it sands? Heineken, Carl Miller, Elderly Gilbert, Lester Williams, Seymour, George, and Faye. Some of the things loading. Folks, it's Pocatory. Pocatory! Folks crying out. We saw this on Big Smith. East Bank Road, busting up your tires. Folks complained to us over the weekend. West Coast of Bobis Road, busting up. People tired. Them things to do with the road. How come we still got problems here, man? Them things to do with the road. I said we finish road. Big pothole. Again, we saw Big Smith saying that there should be spotters. People going about on a daily basis on the roadways looking for potholes. They should call them potters and not spotters. Busting up people's tires. And then folks said this story about Neon Howard's killing. They smartly accomplice. This is fancy tales. Nancy story. They apprehended Howard. And then they said Howard snatched a policeman's gun and crank it. Because the birth certificate expired. Right. He snatched a policeman's gun and crank it. Pocatory, folks. From Pacorimus peaks of power, to the quarantine. They're telling us Middlemas got flood issues. Middlemas flood issues. And then some roads being done by the PPP folks came in for scrutiny in this Guyana, land of many waters. Some roads, well, I tell you all this Procuratorium confusion powder. The roads came in for some scrutiny. Look what's happened when you give roads to friends, family, and favorites. And then you get the rainy season. Take a look and take a listen.
Next one.
Hi, Baba.
Woo! And that's it. That's it for the road. This was the road that we drive and come in St. Colbert Mission. And this is what happening. So I guess we are staying here for the night. But we can't get to go in the mission, in fact. We're stuck on the road. Oh my goodness. Alex, come this way. That's here. This is. Oh. Yep. Next one.
Hi, Baba.
Woo! And that's it. That's it for the road. This was the road that we drive and come in St. Colbert Mission. And this is what happening. So I guess we are staying here for the night. But we can't get to go in the mission, in fact. We're stuck on the road. Oh my goodness. Alex, come this way. That's here. This is. Oh. Yep.
I see some folks asking if it's the road get washed. Where's the road? The road make a beeline. The PPP road make a beeline. Beat out. The road guy looking for the contractor. The road beat out Tessa Waterman. The light one, Sprague Benz. The road beat out Steve Tasha, Edward Brooms, Rosetta Barton, Linda Booker. The road quite good. Beat out. God looking for the contractor to finish up. That's why I tell you all, share the life, folks. Valid, credible information. Valid and credible information. We only want legitimate shares. Legitimate shares. Share the live, good folks. Smash that emoji button for us. Catfish. Yeah. You see when them boys give a long period of mourning? Things that happen. Them boys can get back to business. 3 days. Flag back up straight. Life goes on. Quick. That's why Starbucks News said they come to a quick conclusion. I will who lit this fire. Quick. Get back to the status quo. Quick. Catfish. Them boys say in Brazil. In Brazil for a summit of South American leaders. Hope it embarrass you. That's all I begging. Take your time, cross your eyes, dot your T's. Hope it embarrass we. You know you ain't too good with these subject verb agreements. You know you think it's just techie. You all know your fun stay. Your fun thing is just techie. And he start coming out. Just so. He think is just staying techie and your fun just start coming out. So take it light. We got enough to deal with nationally. Ow. But May wasn't good to them. So keep your fingers crossed. May was not good to them. Keep your fingers crossed. Oh, we can't take nothing more. Left something for June. Folks, last day in June is the I birthday. Why y'all know that? We beg. We got sense though. We got sense. So Ali's in Brazil. Good luck to you. Local government election, folks. Them boys trying kind of things. They're trying with Sharon Smith. They're trying with Dexter. What's his name from South? Dexter Ford. All the thin skin. PPP thin skin. Promises. Look where y'all buy Mustafa run out. Mustafa never did in his life set a foot in East and West Rhine Belt. But in those local government election, he ran out here with the fakery talks. With the fakery. Never spent no time in West. He couldn't grow up in West. He couldn't spend no time in East Rhine Belt here in Georgia. Suddenly he know East and West Rhine Belt got remarkable sports talent. Oh, Jesus have mercy. These boys would sell you your grandmother and your TV. You hear me telling you? Suddenly he discover East and West Rhine Belt. This is in Georgetown, you know. Oh, got remarkable sports talent. Is it what I'm saying there, though? Like Mustafa gonna take over this work now. And finally we get some things done in sport. Mustafa said they got remarkable sports talent there in East and West Rhine Belt. Fakery. Fakeness. You know it's local government election, man. When everybody's running like this. Oh, you bringing on the butter real hard. Bringing on the Marjorie real hard, eh? Butting up them people. Let's see Charlie, though. See Charlie, y'all notice me poor in this country. Folks, I grew up on the periphery of West Rhine Belt. I asked Mustafa some things. If we ever spend a day in West Rhine Belt, East Rhine Belt, folks, when you go in them places, back in the days, I'm a young man growing up. Your mother send you to the shop. Go in some of them places, you buy one tennis roll. Right? You know, buy one tennis roll, you don't get bag and all that. Right? The shop man will bust a tennis roll, sir, put a dab about inside. I just lose Mustafa there, you know. Just lose Mustafa there. You carry your cup by the shop counter. You buy $20 milk. They put a little sugar inside for you. You go make a tea one time. And them boys, you know. That is how the people from East and West Rhine Belt had to live under them. Yeah. You buy $20 milk. You go to the shop, you buy one sausage. And you one pack. You buy one sausage. You think we want to go back there? It's not last year that we line up for sugar. But I tell you, true story. True story. You go here buy one sausage. Right? If you buy 2 tennis rolls, you might get a double sugar and like a shade of cheese. That kind of as a slice. Right? You got a little thing of cheese inside there. You don't know a struggle. You don't know a struggle under these boys here. And now he come in. He just wake up and realize West Rhine Belt and East Rhine Belt got what do you call it? Talent. It's long now them boys kicking ball in West and East Rhine Belt. We just roll out from. If West Rhine Belt 20 years ago had the resources, you know, people we could produce from there, you just wake up. You just wake up. I want Lucy in West Rhine Belt with minimum wage. See me make it out alive. I want Lucy Mustafa in West Rhine Belt with minimum wage. See if you make it out alive. You make it out. You think you know about struggle? Let's like send you the book. Send you the book. One for me said, she buy half of a quarter pound of beef last year whole month. Half of a quarter pound of beef. Lady said the problem is some of y'all, I want to see the meat. She put in she meat and she stew. Let soak. Some of the nutrients come out. She take out she meat, put it in the fridge for next time. Oh, you want chopped beef and sir? You got rich people problems. You don't know what's life under the PPP. You want chop your beef and sir? Big aunties, soak she beef in the stew. Let marinate, let some of the little nutrients and so come out there. Then tuck she back in the fridge for tomorrow. He just discovered it. Eh? You know, they get sports talents in East? It's when they're running from the police and the PPP send. How much of his sons get shot down in Wala Kali? How many of his sons and daughters, sons especially, get shot down in back circle, run by Zenith? I just lose Mustafa there. Don't come wrong with funny. Some of you write the book and struggle. Don't come wrong with funny, Mustafa. But I kind of talk. Well, I try now with Sharon Smith. Pack of lies, how she pulling down campaign material, pulling down the flag. Maybe she like red, yellow, and black. Red, gold, and black. Maybe she like them colors on she lamppost. Maybe. Don't come wrong, Sharon, funny like that. Pack of lies. Nonetheless, I saw Rickford Burke says, what's the law against pulling down a flag? But a thin skin like that, Chase Green carrying Dexter Ford up the court step. You know, because Dexter says shoulder wrinkly. The truth hurts. So to the end, Taylor Turner keep good. Taylor Turner got a little thing on Chase Green. Chase Green, what, 70 now? 70, 71, 72. Like a prune out here. You see? She vex. You know? You have the campaign trail, people say all kind of things in exuberance. If everybody who call me a name, I carry to court. I wish it on Annette Ferguson. Right now, Annette worth about 26 million, them cases that she won in the court. If I said kind me with the court who call me names, I wish it on Annette. Now they're trying with Sharon Smith. Try with Sharon. We're going to talk to her very soon, though. And we get more on that. Or what really went down. Don't bring no flag wrong by me. Don't bring no flag wrong by me. It's me and Sharon going to see himself. Don't bring no flag wrong by us. Don't do it. That's some of the things happening on the local government front, folks. We got to turn our attention to Madhya. They're doing the most. Oh, they're ringing Madhya for everything it's worth. Ringing. They don't fly them family from Madhya to Joshua 10 times already. Photo up, photo up, photo up, photo up. They've been tired of them. We know the whole thing. We know the whole thing. They're tired of them. Folks, 3,800 people watching us at home and abroad. Share the damn live, smash the emoji button. They're ringing this cane for all the juice. Dennis Bowen. Ringing it. Don't bring no flag by we. Me, Sharon, they sit down. They're ringing this. Madhya, they're ringing it, ringing it, ringing it, ringing it. For all the juice. You think it's easy? You think it's easy? 15-year-old passed through the Diamond Court today. That student who's alleged to have started that fire there at the dormitory. Quick conclusion, according to Starbuck News. Went through the Diamond Magistrates Court. According to the law, because it's a minor, you can't publish the name, can't publish a photograph. That's the law. And it's a presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a competent court. So they passed through the Diamond Magistrates Court. 19 murder charges. 19. In that conversation, guys, that I had with veteran member of parliament, still looking good. Far better than Chase Green. Better tell Chishama what you do. Spoke about that issue. Sat down with, I think, the member of parliament last Thursday, I think it was. Last Thursday. And we spoke about that issue. That's our impression of what's happening. Lots of stories flying about some married man, something, get back the phone. Whole set of Jim Cap, bring Ramgood, Marie, Nancy story. You hearing out there. Put it to the member of parliament, Vola and Lawrence. He said, come on, Lawrence, tell us your thoughts. How do you feel about what's happening here? Take a look and take a listen.
First, let me express condolences to the families, to the villages, to the people of the township of Madhya and the entire region 8, who is mourning the loss of the tragic death of these children. This is something that will not go away. It will remain in our history for many, many decades to come. People will refer to it. But what do we do in these times? In these times, I think two things comes first. One is security, and the second one is the human factor. I say security because we are focusing just on the children who would have died in the fire, but they were survivors too. And their parents whose children would have just written the grade 6 examinations. And they have already thought about sending their children to stay in the dorms. So it is not just about those families who are experiencing this tragic moment. It is about all these other people, the workers, etc. And so we need to very quickly, and I call on the Minister of Human Services, to very quickly put together a team to get in to Region 8, both subregions 1 and 2, and to have discussions. I don't know how many persons we do have in the country that can help with the psychological effect on these persons. Today we heard of one of the students trying to commit suicide, and this is going to continue. This particular dormitory have a history of events that is not one that makes you feel safe. Because just a year or so ago, we have seen videos of these very young people being possessed. We have seen the pastors and men and women of God praying and casting out spells, etc., from these young people. And so that region, when it comes to children staying in the dormitory, they're traumatized. And I'm quite certain there are many students who passed to go to the secondary school but was never sent because of the fear of the parents. And so as a nation, I want to say to people, I am tired of seeing all the things on Facebook. At least for once, let us be positive. Could we start putting up some suggestions out there? What is it that can be done? What resources do we have in subregion 1 and 2? We have a whole host of churches and we have some NGOs. What can be done in terms of pulling them together and put them to work in the various villages and communities? And listen, I'm not casting blame on anybody, but I believe there are many, many people who are responsible. Today, I saw a video with the kids going down to the creek to bathe. They don't have a bathroom. Simple things like that. And these are the things that we overlook, especially when you're in the coastland. You don't know what is happening in the hinterland areas unless you go and you see for yourself. A couple years ago, it was the toilets. It was schools having pit latrines. And until a child met her demise, then we started to install flush toilet. Come on, we're an Irish nation. We got money to put up billboards all over the place. Couldn't we not give these people the basic necessities? And I think we have to start even from there. We're talking about smoke alarms and fire extinguishers and so. That is a given. It means that the Minister of Labor, who is in charge of the Health and Occupation Safety Department, got to get up too. That's why I said I'm not blaming any particular person, because how it is, though inspections were made at these schools and so on, to ensure that they have the necessary equipment in case of an emergency? How is it that it's only now we're hearing that the children are locked from inside? You know, all of these are things that we as a nation have to start churning in our minds and stop saying it's not my business or I am not a politician, because those kids are not politicians. Perhaps they may have been if they had the opportunity to grow into adulthood. And so it's all of our responsibility. Let's stop the theatrics. Let's stop the photographs and all of that. And let's really get down to business. I would have been happy to hear the president say that, look, I have already called in the fire chief, the police, the head of the occupation health and safety department, etc., to start a committee that will review the recommendations that was made several years ago in terms of our fire codes, etc., in these public places, because it's not just dorms. Do the police officers, training school, do they have smoke alarms? Do they have fire extinguishers? Our prisons, do they have? Our homes, do they have? Come on, it cannot be a band-aid method. We cannot use a band-aid to stop this big porous sore which we have in our society. As a people, we never took those things seriously. But I trust that through this tragic incident, we would surely look at the bigger picture, the broader picture, and the government will come up with a plan that says, in the next 6 months, we are going to do this. In the next 6 months, we are going to do that. In the next 6 months, we are going to do that. And so that we can fix it all around. We have all these children homes and so on. Do we have all these things in place? We need to take stock.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
That's right.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $InTheRing592, Zelle and PayPal InTheRing592@gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
Welcome back, folks. Again, that was Member of Parliament, veteran Member of Parliament, former Minister of Health, Brother Ann Lawrence, weighing in on the Madhya tragedy. Folks, the teachers are telling us they now have to go and pick up the pieces. And I want to really compliment our teachers for going above and beyond from COVID-19 right up until now. They said they're going to go home to home, you know, those children who are affected, and make sure that they don't fall back. Those folks who cannot go to school, they're going to go from home to home and ensure they don't fall back. They're on a mission. They will travel to those communities, to those affected children, and make sure they don't drop back. For the close-up, folks, this story had a lot of size. It got a lot of size. This one get teeth. This one get teeth. And we've been hearing from some first responders in this Madhya tragedy, some folks who've been on the ground there and saw what happened. One young man tells us they were there long before the police came. Long before the police came. Listen to this account by one of the first responders about what transpired on the ground that fateful night of the Madhya fire. Take a look and take a listen.
Time when we were at the fort. The night was on the incident when the door burned down. We was going on like quarter to like after 11, let's say. And while we going on, we hear a noise by the dorms. It was 4 of us going on and 5. So why we stop now? We say, wow, how the man beating you woman like the boy? He said, the man said, why? That can't be the man beating you woman, man. That gotta be like the dorms, like devil going inside them. I saw one of my friends, man, he got in a seat. And he tell her, all right, let me go. And when we walk and going, we hear more night screaming, open the door, open the door, open the door. And we start doing more brisk walk because we want to see what's going on. When we reach, and we see it's fire. And now the kids are running out from the yard. opening the gate and all them for calling fire police. And we did not know no for no fire police. I would send the kids and my big man is Scotty. Go and tell Scotty he call the fire police. And when we rush in the yard, was a big man went in with the shots, helping people at the time. But we was the 5 people, a couple more body went in, but everybody was afraid to go in the building with the fire. And at the same time was a man calling for his son. He need his son, he need his son. And I said, boy, look at your body in front of the door. So he don't want to go. We had to force him, hold his foot. Somebody hold my hand, and he go in and grab one body and bring it out. So I said, look, he get one more body here. He said, no, he not go back for nobody. He need his son, he need his son, he need his son. Somebody hold my hand, and I stretch and I go in the car. I was too much to eat. And when I panic too, I get fast with the cars. I get weak and speak to God. I get weak. When I see children arguing for their life, I get weak. Because see them right there, I can't help them. And we go get a 5x6 big wood. And we lashing this grill to get out bodies. Because bodies was right there. Right? The fire police, no police was not there at the scene. Nobody was not there at the scene. It was the people who were wrong was helping the people inside the building. So when you give the fire police and the credit, it's not no credit. You got to give the people who when they hold the credit. Because they get in the fire police do the best. All them go down there and just pick up the dead ones. Because they come with no equipment. They come with 3 little boys when they came at the scene. 3 little boys, they can help themselves. Somebody had to take out the little boy kid who go inside the fire to save bodies. We had to go the back wall to take out the people them who were alive, but maybe few of them died. When I go and hold them, honestly to God, my skin grow because their skin all left in my hand. People trying to hold them. When I go in the fire for hold them, like I get weak because I hold 2-3 bodies like I get weak and I couldn't go back because I get weak. Because when I see them die, people like I get weak. All they say is a calm for me. And the people who are wrong get more strength. And thank God for them was there for help the one who are alive. But if you win them earlier, more people will be safe and then thing. But the back wall on the eastern side where they said the fire police and we boring. Everybody is so boring. No fire police, no police and put the hand and elbow nothing. If the people on the ground elbow that wall and help secure for the job plunge through the window. The job plunge through the window and get cut. Cutting out bodies out from the fires whose skin get burned, honestly. I couldn't go back because the skin was in my hand. And the smell, it was terrible. But thank God for who went there for the assist for the helping one who was alive right now. Because the one who was alive, I have to thank God for who was on there very early. Yeah, I like to see them forgive them more love because it was us on the ground before the fire police came and who else came? Nobody.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's fight!
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $ in the ring 592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring 592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG Pay.
Welcome back, folks. That was the closer. That is the last bell, folks. That is the last bell. That's our time. That's our program. Thanks for joining us tonight, each and every one of you. Happy birthday again, BHS and all the other folks joining us, folks. And let you know that we lost one of our avid viewers as well, Lena Williams. We lost Lena last weekend, and we're going to keep you updated as to the homegoing ceremony of our one of our very ardent listeners and viewers, Lena Williams. She's always here with our pal Lynn Finance. Lynn lives overseas and in New York, and Lena was spending some time with her quite recently. Became ill and unfortunately did not recover. It's good. Well, I shouldn't say it's good, but Lynn is bound for Guyana, and we're going to keep you guys posted as to how those preparations go with the homegoing ceremony for our very own Lena Williams. Thanks for joining us, folks. That's going to do it for us at this end. Smash that emoji button, share the live, folks, and partner with us as well. And as Julie Lewis says, on June 12th, vote APNU. June 12th, vote APNU, folks. That being said, I don't talk. Wilma Grant, Chisel Chipper, Denny's, and all the other folks joining us. It's a privilege to have each and every one of you tonight. Alson Cortez, have a great evening. Martha Harris and Hazelene, Siobhan McDonald, and all the other folks joining us. Joylyn Cook, we see you as well.